Hello guys, this is Terraria Expert, also known as Sam. Welcome back to another Terraria's Terrific World video, everyone. Welcome back. It is Terraria. Yeah, I am streaming. So if I haven't done any videos at all this weekend, it's basically because I've just been doing some things and planning things for Survival Island, and also for my photography channel, website, and basically everything. Basically things that I've got nothing to do with this channel I've been working on, and things that I've got to do with this channel I haven't been working on. So yeah, that's pretty annoying on your behalf, and yeah, pretty annoying on my behalf, because I haven't been doing videos for the last 48 hours and it's not funny. Why did I do that symbol with my hand? Oh, you can't see me because I'm not oh, I haven't got that. I was about to do this video with webcam, but I thought, you know, I'm not. I thought you were in a car crash. A car crash? What, on the way back from the airport? Yeah, people think that, don't they? It's like, oh, our teacher hasn't been in for about 2 weeks. Where has she gone? Has she died? Has she been ran over? And then all these silly rumours start going out about, like, I don't know, she's been, like, abducted or something, like, I don't know, at the weekend. By the weekend, I mean at the weekend. Oh, God, she got abducted by the weekend. Oh, and then Dua Lipa, I don't know, punched her in the beeper, I don't know what I'm saying. But anyway, yeah, welcome back to Terraria. Yeah, so I haven't done a video. Yeah, I've just been working on some things on the photography channel, and I mean the aviation channel and the website. And as you can see, my corona lungs are getting even worse now. Look at this. And it's not funny to make jokes, but yeah, this is what we're working on. I mean, this is the project we're working on. Yeah, we're making a greenhouse. And it just looks like the silhouette of 2 lungs and all this green stuff. It looks like gunk. So yeah, I know that's not politically correct. Oh, what am I turning into? God knows. I'm just gonna turn down my game sound just a bit. It's a little bit too loud. Actually, my character looks a bit like me. Well, it's starting to look like me because my hair's ridiculous. Actually, it is. My hair's starting to look like something from, I don't know, the 80s. Yeah, I think everyone's hair's ridiculous. I don't think it's just mine. I think it's everyone's. Girls, they can keep their hair looking good all the time. But for me, well, I'm a big girl, aren't I? So I should be able to fight on that side. Squid Gaming says, good to see your videos again. Oh, I haven't been. Oh God, I've only been off doing videos for about a week. The weekend. Like, it's Monday today. I was meant to go to the airport tomorrow, but I'm not. I'm going on Wednesday. That's another Q&A Wednesday up at TARS. Oh no, I am getting questions now because people are missing it. But yeah, I'm gonna answer them maybe this week. Maybe this week. So not even a clarification. No, I'm gonna do Q&A Wednesday this week. I promise. So yeah, I'm just gonna move my mic a bit because it's a little bit. Oh no, it should be alright. I'm just worried that you can't hear me. It's a bit too sensitive on whatever day it is. Was it Friday? Yeah, the Survival Island video. Yeah, you could hear my saliva, and I was like, I know why. Sometimes the mic diaphragm. Like, I don't care about that anymore. I don't care. I've got my shorts on today as well because I thought it was gonna be nice and hot. But no, it's gonna be nice in the UK. Just to give you the weather forecast. I haven't done Terraria for a while as well. I haven't done it for nearly 2 weeks or something like that. We Gaming says there was a Virgin departing today. Yeah, I know. A Virgin A330 getting scrapped. I don't know how that's going. I thought it was only the 747, but apparently we didn't do the whole thing with the you know, we go past the visitor park and give you a wave photo opportunity, because it's only an A330. Nobody cares. Suppose if you really like A330s, yeah, it's a bit of a bummer. Like, if they were not doing that with I know, GOBYH, I was moaning about her the other night. GOBYH. Yeah, I hope TUI don't. I don't think TUI are the airline to really get rid of all their planes. Jet2 are, because some of their 757s are literally about 32 years old. I'm not kidding. Some of them are about 35, 36 years old. It's gone from 32. Sorry, I've just had my tea. It's gone from 32 to 37. Yeah. No, they are. Jet2 757s have been flying for about 35 years. So possibly older than your mother and father. That's crazy. Possibly older than your nanny and granny if you're having kids at the age of bloody 4. More like 14. Oh, I'll tell you what. Oh, nothing. Just some girl in my school was pregnant, wasn't she? Why am I bringing this up now? I haven't been in school for about 3 months. Why am I bringing it up now? Oh God. Oh yeah, if you heard a load of crying in this video, in about half an hour. My sister's just a bit upset today. I don't know why. So yeah. So if you hear a bunch of crying, don't know what she's upset about. Just friends, isn't it? And you can't see them. You can see. I was texting Rob the other night, my mate Rob, and he was saying, I was saying, oh, do you want to meet each other in late August? Because he's got a sister who's a bit unwell, and that's all I'm going to say. And yeah, I'm just worried if she gets it and then, you know, passes away. You know what I mean? I know it's weird that, but yeah, I was basically saying, yeah, Rob, you come round whenever you feel safe. I don't want to force him, so I was just saying. But he was saying, no, you can meet up with friends now, which I never knew you could do. So he said, whenever you're ready, mate. And I was like, well, I thought your mum and dad were worried about your sister getting it. And he's like, no. And I'm like, well, maybe I am being a bit too protective. Oh, I've got an umbrella hat. Yay. Yeah, I'm just worrying about my mate Rob, really. Oh, just not trying to force him into meeting up with me. I need to meet Matthew Wilcox. If anything, he's one of the lads who would be deceased. Oh, no, Matthew's alright. Oh, God, someone's turning out the lights again. I'll leave the lights on in the bathroom deliberately for people, so they don't have to, you know, so it's always on, so people aren't clicking it, and it just annoys me. Well, especially when I'm recording as well. I need, you know what, I need to bring me setup outside and just sit in the shed and record. Yeah, I'll move out, yeah, completely. Yeah, I don't live in me. Oh yeah, guess what? Today I've lived in this house for 2 years. 2 years. I think last year I was doing the Fallout 4 video and I was moaning on about, oh yeah, I've actually lived in this house for 1 year, guys. No, it's 2 years now. I've actually been in this house for 2 years. It's amazing that, isn't it? Yeah, pretty awesome. And that's all the news I have to tell you. Literally 2 years I've lived in this house. Yeah, Games says, I remember your old house and your vlogs. Yeah, it wasn't bigger. I know it looks bigger, but it wasn't bigger. My vlogs. Oh yeah, the vlogs have uploaded. Oh yeah, I might unlist them from the Terraria Expert Extra channel so everyone can see them. Yeah, because I've got I uploaded a Gemini Jet video 2 weeks ago for my mod. Oh yeah, my FedExes came and I've ordered a Phoenix 737 TUI, 737 Max. I ordered the wrong one. NG have sold out. Smile24 is here and he says, how is the FedEx? Oh, it's fine. Yeah, it's a 757 from... I mean, they're all the same now. I mean, I want to, you know, not be selfish and, you know, some poor sods can't even afford die-cast, let alone plastic model aeroplanes. Yeah, my FedEx is actually right behind me. It's a nice mould. The 757 mould from Gemini Jets, yeah, but, I don't know, it just seems a bit, I don't know if it's because it's a cargo one, this one, but we've got my Iceland Air 300 are right, but we haven't got the FedEx one. It's an alright model. Some Gemini Jets, but the windows and the I know the 757. I know what a 757 looks like. And it looks okay when you're looking at it head on, but when you turn the aircraft left to right so you're not looking at it straight on, you're kind of looking at it sideways. I know the windows just look a bit like, because the 747's got a 6 window piece configuration. It's not like the Dreamliner where it's 4. It's quite hard to mess up the Dreamliner. But I don't know, just for 7, it's just a little bit off. And also the fuselage just looks a bit not thick, but just a bit deep towards where the landing gear is. And I'm like, is that because it's a cargo freighter, or is it just Gemini Jets rushing things again? I don't know, but yeah, the wings on my one wing on my British Airways A321neo. Yeah, it's not fallen off, but it's loose. It is loose. So I'm thinking of maybe taking it off and gluing it on by hand. Yeah, with sticks like SHIT. So yeah, got a bit of a couple of jobs to do, guys. Just been preparing videos for the Sam Lockett channel and or SL Aviation. Yeah, just putting together some model videos of I don't know, NG and all that, and yeah. What was your next model again? Oh, I've ordered a new model. Yeah, TUI 787 Max. Actually, I ordered it last night. We're watching a film with my mum. There's like all these aliens came to Earth, and I don't know, some girl shot herself because her kids died. I know, it's lovely. We're all the same. Films these days, if it's fantasy, oldie worldy, dragons, yeah, that's fantasy. Sci-fi, we're all the same. We're all the same. Aliens, medical stuff. Because this thing was bloody based in a hospital. And it was just a bit disappointing. Is that movies these days? Are they all a nailhead? Are they all the same? They are all the same. At least video games can be a bit different. Only a bit different. They're starting to become all the same now. More like the developers are greedy for money, but they're becoming all the same. I suppose you could say that about YouTubers, Gemini Jets, all the models are becoming the same. Same old quality, at the same old price. Yeah, not really the same old price, but they used to be a bit more dearer. Yeah, they've just released a I don't know why they'll do this, but I think it's an MD-11, or is it a DC-10 FedEx cargo, and it's just gone like a rocket, you know what I mean? Yeah, because you got like people like Aviation 18 who just snatch it off a shelf even though he's got 4. Yeah, that's the world of collecting model aeroplanes, everyone. If it's popular, and if it's a need, and if it's on eBay and it's too much of a fuss, if you get one first hand, it's like, just get it without hesitation. Yeah, so yeah. Have you ever pre-booked? Pre-booked? You mean pre-ordered? No, I haven't pre-ordered one. I think on the 1st of July, Phoenix have got a Choose China Etihad Dreamliner, and I really want that because I've actually seen that in Manchester. Also, the other day I saw the Greenliner going over the Wirral. I was at Manchester, so I saw it going over the Manchester airspace, and I was like, whoa! People in the Wirral saw that 3 minutes ago. Yeah, they're pretty amazing. And my trip to the airport on Saturday, was it? Was it Saturday? I think it was Saturday. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, that lady was commentating again because they're doing a live commentary. And guess who I saw at the airport, guys? I forgot to tell you. I didn't say hello to them because I don't really know them. It was Airliners Live. Yeah, you know, like Big Jet TV and Airliners Live. Well, yes, Airliners Live. I saw them, and they were there on the mound bit, where the bus shelters are and all that. And yeah, they were. We had a big camera. They looked quite senior, and they were alright, professional. But they were eating their lunch at the same time. They were kind of burping, and on the back of their hoodies, it said like Airliners Live, like their logo. And one was smoking a spliff, and I just thought, these guys, we've got professional gear, but I know they're still new. But you know, if you're representing your thing here, like Airliners Live, and one of your folks who are part of your little production thing is smoking a spliff, what's that say about the company, or like the product, Airliners Live, and the quality of the people making the quality of the footage? Exactly, it's just a bit, yeah. So, but no, Airliners Live were alright. I was kind of giving them a little nod when I went, and they were like, "See ya." And they have not a clue. They have not a clue. Oh, I don't want to sound so arrogant, but no, yeah. I think everyone knows the story. We don't want to hear it again. Yeah, just the whole thing in 2014, and yeah. Thanks for stealing me work, buddy. Oh no. And just some people think that. I don't think that. I don't think anyone stole me work. I just think I should have really put my name to it a little bit more in 24. But look, you can't do anything. You know, it's like saying, oh yeah, Sam, you know you're free from Thursday. Everyone will be doing a free from Thursday in about 6 years. How will I know that now unless someone comes? Exactly. I don't know it until somebody tells me. And I think, oh, I should have done free from Thursday a bit more differently, or I should have put my name on it a bit more. So that's what I do. I put my name on everything. I go to school, borrow a rubber. Bear in mind, I'm only borrowing a rubber. I'll put my name on the rubber, so you can't rub it out with a rubber. Oh god, that's it. Isn't that a funny joke or something? Or is that if I just made it up? What's the only thing you can't rub out with a rubber? Someone would say fine liner or something, but what can you draw on that can't be rubbed out with a rubber? A rubber, unless you snap a bit of a rubber off and rub a rubber off. Oh god, it's a garbage joke. It's stupid. I don't know why I'm bothering. Right, I'm going to the sea again to catch some shoes. Shoes. Oh yeah, some dirty tramps left his shoes on the beach. Yeah. Deary me. Yeah, it's hit and miss for me, isn't it? It's like, bloody hell. Just doing these videos. Look at the little bench there. What was I thinking? Regaming says, I didn't know airliners live were at Manchester. I thought they were at Heathrow. No, they're at Manchester. Yeah, they've got productional skills though. Apparently, we've got yeah, basically doing. I don't know what they were doing, but they were getting They had about 3 cameras. One of the guys looked a bit older than the other, like about 30. That's only because he was smoking a spliff. And then the other guy was a little bit younger with a hoodie on, and he looked like the main guy. And there was another kind of like stumpier guy who looked a bit built up, so he's probably protected too. And like me and Aaron, and yeah, I don't know, it just looked a bit comical, but it was like, I'm sure they know what they're doing. They look professional, you know. But no, I knew it was Airliners Live because I saw their logo, and they're there every Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, at the Visitor Park, Manchester. I know. Why are they doing live comment? They weren't doing. The thing is, Airliners Live doing the commentary. They weren't even doing the commentary. They had someone called Debbie or something. Debbie Wilson. I don't know what her name is, but yeah, I do know what her name is. Debbie Wilson or something like that. And yeah, she's like I think she knows her stuff. She said the air traffic will double in the next 2 weeks. So, and she said instead of me commentating over nothing, telling you about what's not going out, I'll actually tell you what's. And I was like, yeah, well, that's the whole point of playing spotting. Game says, well, why are you doing it now? Exactly. And he could probably say that about me, like, well, Sam, why are you doing live commentaries at the airport when there's about 1 plane coming in an hour? What's the point? But I was mainly doing it just to, I don't know, record the slow pickup of air traffic. And yes, to be totally fair, I knew it. Yeah, 2 weeks later, you know, or a month later, more like, you know, from late May. You know, when we could go out again. Non-essential travel. Yeah, it was like 3 planes a day, but now I'm seeing about at least 6 or 7, and including like Ryanair and like Lufthansa and Eurowings. But none of them are carrying passengers. They're all cargo and PPE. I know it's sad, but you know, doing it, they've never done that at the Visitor Park at all. In 6 years in going there, I have never ever seen live commentary there. But why are you doing it now? Out of all the times. But yeah, I think Airliners Live run it, but they're near the public area getting all the footage. Probably because they hate recording through that glass, because it's like a little podium, you see. And you can, yeah, it's a bit higher up on the fence. So you can take pictures over the fence. And yeah, William says, are they even talking? No, it's a woman talking called Debbie or something. Debbie Wills. I don't know what her name is. But she said she worked at air traffic control. Oh no. She was something like yeah, that was it. Pest control or runway maintenance at Heathrow and in Dubai. And she's a bit full of herself. She's like, oh, I've been on that aircraft and oh, wasn't that fantastic? And she got a good commentary voice, but she's just a bit full of herself. And I'm talking about someone who does a live commentary in front of about 100 people at a place you don't even know. Oh, some people know. Manchester Airport Visitor Park, yeah. Smart 24, you don't go there. Wii Gaming does. Wii Gaming's the only person who can relate to this. Oh my god. So yeah, Wii Gaming. It's pretty interesting. A DM, but with everyone watching. Oh, embarrassing. One of those. Yeah, it's talking to me mate without shelter. Yeah. But no, he said that I'm in me mate's walls. Oh. Yeah, I'm in me mate's. Reckon there's 2 walls. What's he living? A bloody little tent. A tent doesn't have 4 walls. A tent has about 4 corners. No, a tent has 3 corners. Well, it depends. Because you can get those tents with, I don't know, 4... Oh, what am I talking about? Oh, dearie me. Because I'll end up talking about having a foursome in a tent in a minute. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So we've got this woman commentating for them. And yeah, they're kind of saying, oh yeah, the air traffic will double in the next 2 weeks, and when Jet 2 and TUI start flying on the 10th of July. And Jet 2 flying the 15th. And guess what? In about exactly a month, we go away. In fact, no. in about a month it's my birthday, because it's the 22nd right now, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it's 22, 22, 22, or nearly 22. It's digital analog clock. It's 22, 21, so that's 21 minutes past 10. Right now it's 21 minutes past 10 in the UK. So it's 22, 22, 22. Ah, pretty interesting. What a time to look back on. Ah. Is it when will it be 22, 22, 22? Hang on. Wait for it. Wait for it. 22, 22, 22. Oh, it'll be in a minute. Oh, I don't know. Come on, 22, 22, 22. The game says I know what you mean. Yeah, no. Oh shit, I'm on 22 gigabytes as well. Oh god. 22, 22, 22. Take a screenshot on my phone of this horrific date. No, I didn't really. Oh my god. Yeah, that's kind of crazy, that. But yeah, in exactly about a month, I'll be in bed probably. If I go on holiday. Yeah, I'm meant to go to Menorca in about when? 20th of July. This year. And yet to fly on the 15th of July. So that's 5 days before we go on holiday. Can you see it happening? Can you? I can't. I can't see us going away. And if we don't, well, apparently the quarantine, 2 weeks of, self-isolation. Yeah, because the government are giving up on that, which I suppose is a good thing, but for us, but for other people it's not, because you're bringing horrific stuff back. But if they're doing tests at the airport and tests on your outbound flight, and they're doing the whole temperature thing, and you got to wearing a mask is compulsory on the aircraft, and the air gets filtered it's unlikely, but I still think there should be a 2 week, at least 1 week, 1 week and a half quarantine, but not when you get there, because you enjoy your holiday, don't you? Because my dad's thinking if Jet2 if our holiday's going ahead, he might just book a villa and just say, oh yeah, for Set Hotels aren't open in Menorca, Isla Paraiso, Arenal, Set Hotels, or Seth Hotels. I'm thinking of a Cat Seth, old Cat Seth. Oh, Cat Seth, he lived in the old bloody house. I haven't seen him for 2 years. I don't know if that's not open, because it used to be owned by Thomas Cook, and I think Jet2 have bought it now. Yeah, well, if Jet2 aren't flying, that bloody place won't be open. So, my dad will just book a villa, but imagine queuing just to go to the swimming pool, or just go to the beach, or just to go to a restaurant and sitting in plexiglass. You know what I mean? Between no one wants that. So no way. If a holiday is going ahead, you might as well. You said you'd go away in September. Yeah, if we don't go away, we'll go away in September. During the September or autumn break, but not Menorca. Because Menorca gets cool around that time. I know. Because I've looked at temperature stuff and all that. I know, maybe Malaga. But that's if they've got a bloody vaccine as well. Because if you haven't got a vaccine, well, yeah, you're going to still wait. And we all know how bloody far behind healthcare is. Actually, my nan's actually moved next door. Oh, not my nan. Some guys moved next door to my nan who's lived at... My nan's lived in her house for about 35 years or something. And some doctor has moved in who's he trains paramedics, but now he's in air ambulance or something. Yeah, air ambulance. He's about 55, and he's a bit of a one of these, a bit of a woofter. And I know he's saying stuff like like he's an alright guy. Like I was at my nan's today doing a bit of gardening, and to afford more models. Yeah, you can see what's going on. Oh my god, it's an alien. Martin Lisa, who's that? Is that like the Mona Lisa, but Martin Lisa? Yeah, and he was alright, he was just saying, my nan said, oh yeah, if I need your help, can I just have a little bell? Because he's a doctor, my nan's about 82, sorry. And the guy said, yeah, I'll ask you, I'll have a bell if I need to make a roast dinner. And he said, we do roast dinners over there, because my nan lives opposite a restaurant, and more like a pub, but it's now a restaurant. And he said, oh yeah, we do a weird taster. We have got a weird taster. We do chicken curry, sorry, chicken roast dinner with what is it? Cottage cheese or what is it? Is it cottage cheese? Not cottage cheese. Oh, what is it? Cottage cheese or something with gravy. And my nan said, "Oh yeah, I'd like that." And the guy said, "Oh, I wouldn't. It's a bit weird." And my nan said, "Oh no, I'm not saying I would eat it, but it sounds quite nice." And the guy said, you know, because he's gay and they always want to try and see what they can get away with, gay people. He said, "You're not right, you." He's phone 111. He was an alright guy. My dad, he had a big belly, but yeah, so my nan's living next to me. He said, "Oh, my dog's deaf." My nan was saying, "Well, I'm deaf as well, so sorry if the TV's blasting, shaking the walls." And he's like, "Oh, it's alright, it's alright." And then he queered off. Yeah. My dad said something like, "Yeah, never mind calling 111. Call 111 for someone who isn't a twisted fruit." Yeah, get it? Because, yeah, call him 111, it'll be him. Yeah, so yeah. Is it me or are we all gay now? What, doctors? I don't think all the doctors are gay, but there's certainly a large minority of them. It's like Spinal Tap where it says, what is it? Something like, "Do you mind? I'm just talking to this twisted old fruit here." Yeah. And the guy's like, "Ooh, I can't help how God made me, sir." Yeah. I don't know if you've seen that. Yeah. I don't know, things that just aren't appropriate these days. Yeah, I have to bring up. Oh, God. Yeah, I know, I have a wicked sense of humour. Stuff that isn't. See, that's the thing. People could find it funny, but think, "Oh no, it's not politically correct." But some people would just not know the difference. People would be like, "Oh, that's not politically." Yeah, well, the time that was made, being politically correct didn't even exist. You know what I mean? So, and plus people back then had a better sense of humour. People these days cry off, I don't know, all sorts. It's pathetic. You should see my school. They're all crying. We're all Bebington Cry School. Yeah, that's all they do. Cry, all the girls, and it's like, oh yeah, in year 9, they're all crying, and then the others are laughing, and then 2 of them are crying, and then one of them got, I don't know, you know, the male students that like to hang around with the girls, you know, basically the gay ones, are all like, you know, and tell you what, never used to be like that when I was in year 7. Oh God, it is weird coming back from out of year 11, I know, 2 years ago, and then, you know, missing out sixth form for a year, and then coming back. It's weird. It's like almost like new students, but in higher years that I've never recognised before. Like that girl I said I fancied, or more like the other way round, sorry. Recognised her before. Well, either I'm just totally, I don't know, bone idle, but yeah, now I've got a boner. No. Yeah, it is just like, I've noticed you before, or have I? I don't know, but yeah, certainly weird that, isn't it? Yeah, I really want to go to your sixth form. Well, we gaming you can't because I live in the bloody Wirral and it's too far away. Yeah, that's my impression of sixth form. Like, one of the kids actually said, like, "What year are you?" And I was like, "Well, I'm in sixth form." He said, "What year are you in sixth form?" I was like, "Year 13." And he was a bit like, "Ooh, you're twice as old as I thought you were." And he said, What's it like being a sixth former? What do you do?" He said, "What are the requirements?" So I was doing my prefecting, so I had to do this one quickly, and I just said, "Well, you get work to do and you do it. And if you don't, well, you better figure you're not going to be here tomorrow." And he said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, you get kicked out if you don't do the work. It's very simple." Might as well tell them the way I see it, really. And yeah, just to be totally honest with you. And yeah, I still think I'm talking to him. And yeah, and he was like, "Oh, thank you." So I don't know if he was planning on going to sixth form, but I think the year 11 girls were made up. Oh yeah, because I don't know, I can't get it, I don't get it. You know that day where I was doing a stream in the woods and I got all wet? And it was I think it was the 25th of October, 29. I know it's like 8 months ago, but like, I know how many months ago it was as well. Oh my God. But you know, I was doing that stream and I was in the woods and I was talking to my mate Luke and he was saying he's going to get 2 sleeve tattoos. That video was actually quite successful. Not because it was ridiculous. I was out in the woods getting wet and I had no bloody coat. Just had my uniform on. Soaking Sammy, they call me. Yeah, after that stream I ran down where it was. And yeah, no, you're probably going to end up figuring out where my school is. And yeah, I ran down and I went back in and I dried myself with a hand dryer at school. In the boys' in the sixth form toilets, and I was up and down, and oh god, stood over holding the door for a female. No. Yeah, I was soaking wet because of the rain. Someone's gonna clip this and send it to the government. Oh god. But yeah, that was an interesting day. And then I did it again. Yeah, because it was a Friday. I had Mr. McLaughlin at the end of the day, and then I went out again. I need to get another pizza. And I got wet again. And he was like, Sam, you need a coat. And I was like, I know. I don't know why I went out. I think I just wanted some Haribo's, honestly, and that was the reason. I tell you what, absolutely pathetic. And then I went back and did a Friday vlog or something. I remember that stream well. Yeah, I was out in the rain and my mate Luke was saying, I'm going to join the army. Yeah, he was on the stream, he was chatting away to me in the comments. He wasn't there. I know Luke and Robert, last time I saw them, he said, do a video while you're here. And I was like, I'm not doing a video in front of you two Muppets. That's the last thing they want. See me bloody scumbag friends. Oh no, they're not scumbags. Luke and Robert have got a bit of class to them. But no, that day was weird. Everyone, it was no, you know, Friday before a Halloween holiday, and it sounds so typically American. And yeah, it was a weird day. Everyone was wearing their own clothes, even the sixth formers, but not me. I was dressed like this. Yeah, I was. And yeah, I held the door for that year 11 girl. But I don't really know how it happened, because somehow I was behind her, obviously. Looking at her, obviously. Oh, it's awkward, isn't it? I know what, I don't care, it's funny. But somehow I held the door for her, but I was behind her. Or, at one point I was behind and I was in front of her. And I knew she was behind me, so I was like, I'm going to hold the door for this miss. So, yeah, I did. But I think what I did, I kind of held the door. And then, you know, well, she was behind me. I think I held the door and let her through. Alright, here we go. Talking about how you held the door for a woman now. This is getting raucous. But no, I held the door and let her through. So I didn't do one of those things where I swinged open the door and then kept walking straight and she was still behind me. I kind of like held the door. And she was like, oh, thank you. And I was like, at least they're polite. At least they're polite. And I was like, yeah, get on me. I mean, go on me. I mean, go on me, yes. Go on. I'm really good. Go on. Like, cheering myself up. It's funny because I was actually thinking of a 767. Yeah, oh no, the 777 or something. I was like, is that the 777 that just took off from Heathrow? I was tracking something on the way back, well drenched. Or was that before the stream? It's during form time. No, I think I used to track aircraft going over in form. And there was not one moment where there's no aviation with me, isn't there? And yeah, I think it was was it an Air Canada or is it a United 777? That was it, a United 777. I just heard it go over. And yeah. I know that's the fun thing about aviation. A plane goes over, if you get the registration and see it, if you go to Seattle or somewhere, you're like, well, I know that plane, because that plane flew over while I held the door. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now, that's the important thing about plane registrations, because it can have an emotional attachment with you. Can. And yeah, 777 went over, and I was thinking about the 777. I was like, oh, I want to go on the 777. I've been on 767. I was like, oh, Miss is behind me. Miss! Yeah, I was like, oh, that girl's behind me who keeps looking at me. No, she wasn't looking at me. Do you really want to know? Oh, no. Well, I think I proved to her that, yeah. Oh, no, I had manners. That's what you do when you yeah, no, I'm not going to sound like an idiot, but that's what you do when you're a sixth form. You hold the door for everyone. You do. And if you prove yourself to the kids, oh, he's got manners, and oh, you know, he's a good representation of a sixth former. If you do, he starts to like respect you. So I think that's what was going on there. Not to sound like, oh, I was just doing it for her, I was just trying to impress her. No, I wasn't. I was just acting myself, and I thought, well, I wasn't here last year, so I'm gonna do a damn good job of being... Yeah, I did, I thought that. I was like, well, around Christmas time, I thought, well, I wasn't here last year doing prefecting. All these muppets are in year 12. I'm technically in year 13. And guess what? I'm going back there next year, because I probably need to miss... Yeah, my head teacher, who only lives next door to me. Yeah, she thinks I'm still in year 12. She says, I don't really know what year Sam's in. I think he's in year 12, but I know he's, 17. I know I'll be 18. Oh, God. I'll be 18 in a month. Yeah. That's mad. You'll be the oldest kid in the school. I know I will. But, oh, no, I won't, because I think some of them, other sixth formers are going there, because they were, going to take, some stuff, but because of this bloody virus, no one's going to school. I know, that's what I'm thinking. Sixth form next year is going to be crowded. Starting in September, it's going to be bloody crowded. You're going to get half the Muppets who didn't get their English GCSE turning up. And then you're going to get, yeah. So it's going to be year 12, year 13, and then another year of year 12 that didn't end off. So basically me, during the pandemic. So you're going to have about 4 bloody years of sixth form. I know in a way that, what I did in 2018 and not go to school was almost a good thing, because if I did go to school, did do sixth form in 2018 to, July 2019, which of course I didn't, I would have been in year 13 now. I would have got my English, and I would have been 1 year ahead of me now, so I'd be saying, well, I'm going to college next year, I'm going to try and get an apprenticeship at Airbus. But because I missed out a year, they would have an extra 2 years at my sixth form. I know. That's how I get made redundant. I miss out a year, so I'm 1 year behind. I plead and pray to come back. So I'm about a year behind what year I'm meant to be in. But I still get to be there for next year. Because technically I'm in year 12, but I'm just doing what I was meant to do a year ago. That's me. I didn't go to sixth form last year in 2018 to 2019, but I went to school from 2019 September to 2020 March. And honestly, I've got to say, out of my school years, that was probably the funnest time, I'm going to say. I know I had a bit of problems with the English teacher and all that, but I did. I enjoyed, not because I get to, tell the kids off and prefecting. That was just something I did because I don't know. I had a job to do and I was going to do it properly. Yeah, they were going to do what I told them to do. They were. I said to them once, I'm on duty, you're the student, and you're going to do what I tell you to do. So go outside, and yeah. So, pretty interesting. I think I said to the year 10 girls once, I said, there's better places to go, than just the canteen. Because he wanted to go to the canteen. I was like, go outside, go to the library. If you need to do so I was basically suggesting all the places I would go if I was a year 11. Year 10. And they were like, no, but we want to go through to the canteen, but this way. And they were adamant they wanted to go the way they weren't meant to go, which is through the school. So I was like, no, you're not going through. No, you're not going through. And of course Aaron was there and all the 11 girls, because they used to sit on a table around the corner. And every now and again I'd go round and just ask them what year they were, and they were like, year 11. I was like, right. And every now and again I'd let them through. We've all heard, because I thought they needed exam work. So I let some year 11s through. Because I thought if they're all in a bunch together. In fact, no. If they're not in a bunch, if it's just one of them wanted to go through, that suggests, a Goblin Army. Yeah, suggesting just one individual needs a bit of work. But if it's like 4 or 5 year 11s, I'm going to be like, no, I'm not letting you all through, because you obviously, I don't believe 4 of you are all going to detention together about 20 minutes past break time, so you're late for your detention. I don't believe, or like 4 or 5 of them all need the same coursework from the same lesson. And I'm like, no, that's not possibly possible, so go round. And that, yeah, By the time I let the year 11s through, yeah, it was only 2 of them, including, yeah, that one. I thought, well, yeah, I'm going to let them through because, yeah, well, I think I was expecting a mouthful, but I don't think they were generally like that. And I've got to say, the year 11s were actually quite mature. The 2020 class, so, in my school, so, and I thought, and also they were in, art, but mainly all the male ones, yeah. In art class, when I was doing my work experience on Wednesday, and one of them asked me once, so were you in sixth form? I was like, oh yes, clearly. And he's had this arrogant tone on me, yeah, I just used to. One said, what are you gonna do after sixth form? I was like, what are you gonna do? Get a job in aviation? And then he didn't say a thing, and I was like, well, at least respecting the hierarchy, and they probably thought I was in year 12, they probably had no idea I was actually in year 13. I know it's so confusing, I'm in year 13, but I'm actually in year 12. I'm the age of a year 13-year-old, but because I didn't go to school in 2018 to 2019, I'm in year 12. So that's how that one panned out. Interesting. Yeah, it was really the best months, well, I'm going to say year, best months of my school life, sixth form, from 2019 to 2020 it was, because I wasn't with my mates, you see, so I wasn't heavily distracted. I was able to get on with my work, and I wasn't making a fool out of myself in front of my mates and stuff, which I sometimes did, but mainly, I don't know, I felt more sensible, and like I could take myself a bit more seriously. You're more sensible when you're not with your mates. You're more sensible, and I felt like I could be not different, but I could treat things on my own behalf. Because if I had Luke and Robert there doing my prefecting with me, they'd be giggling and gaggling along, and I'd be like, "Stop it! Stop encouraging me to get into this dirty filth." And no, I couldn't do it as well. So I think lesson learned, if you have your interests and you can do school on your own, you can. Yeah, sometimes I got lonely, but I had Aaron, my cousin, distant cousin Aaron, to talk to at break time, and everyone knew Aaron, so everyone ended up knowing me. I was related to him and all that, so yeah, it's pretty interesting. It was, I enjoyed it, and I will be back there hopefully in September, so it's not over yet, but I know mainly the aviation. I was just, if Aaron wasn't in, I was out trying to catch registrations in the sky. I was. If it was a clear day, if it was a gloomy day, well, yeah, I would have just, I don't know, heard what went over and just been like, oh. Because when it was a clear day, you could see the aircraft, and I used to go out on my way and say, bye Aaron, see you in a bit. And I used to go to the shop, and then I'd see a Virgin 747 go out of Manchester. Because the transcontinental flights to America, they go over the Wirral. So yeah, basically the northwest. And I used to go, and I'd see a TUI Dreamliner. I might have saw Thomas Cook in September. I saw Thomas Cook, a couple of them. And I know I saw a lot. I know. United from London Heathrow, but they were at about 20,000 feet. And yeah, it was a jolly good time. Some kids wondered what the hell's he looking up at, some of the ones in the year 12 class, because they used to walk to the shop, not with me, but a good 12 metres behind me. And I know after all of this social, I now know meters. Yeah, and 2 meters is safe, but 1 meter's not. But yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, just used to walk to the shop and catch the registrations. We're so lucky to live where planes go over. Yeah, and Liverpool. I used to catch a couple of EasyJets and Ryanairs. Sometimes the Broughton Beluga, Airbus Beluga going into Chester. And I was like, whoa. And once I saw it with Aaron outside, and I was like, whoa, Aaron, look up, mate. And he was like, oh God, Sam, that's a big one. I'd get that one in your book. And I was like, yep, it's the Airbus Beluga. It's carrying parts, Aaron. It's carrying possibly an A350 nose, or a couple of carbon wings in it. And all these kids were looking at me, and because I was right in the middle of it all, and people weren't looking up in the playground. People were just like, but when it flew over one day, it was really low, like I'd say about 5,000 feet, and it went way over black. Oh god, no, I can't say that. Say black over white. And yeah, it was like, wow, Aaron, wasn't that special? But no kids are interested these days. They're interested in cars of themselves, so I couldn't really, you know, spit a load of facts about it. Like, oh, what's that? What's that? Sixth former? That's an Airbus Beluga. And so one day it was a really rainy day, and an EasyJet was struggling to get into Liverpool, and me and Aaron watched it. And the other Year 11s were outside, and I was like, well, Aaron, this is going to be a... I think I was doing the speedometer for what the ILS was saying. I was saying, well, his thing will be going 500 minimums, and then 50, 30, 20, 10, and then we retard. I was basically giving out the thingies for the EasyJet thing, and some people were looking at me like, what's going on? Yeah, because that's what we do, 500 minimums. So we're approaching minimums, so the minimal last numbers of feet. And yeah, I was saying, well, he's getting rocked about, he's rocking the boat in the Aaron. And Aaron was saying, how does he control where he's going? I was like, well, he's controlling it through his ailerons and his flight surfaces, and a bit of rudder input. We don't use the rudder until they're about lower than about 200 knots, because the rudder is basically has no effect faster than that. And yeah, because when it's going so fast, the rudder isn't as effective. It's a bit like, you know, on a car, if you're going to turn a corner, or like in a fast game like Forza, you're going to turn the wheel. Faster you're going, more likely the chance you're going to do an E-drift or a what is it, like when the tyres are going to skid and scuff. But when you're going slower in a car, the tyres have more of a chance to grip the road, and the car chassis isn't going to get flung. And yeah, it's like that with an aircraft rudder. It's yeah, it's not going to be able to be as effective at high speeds, but it isn't going to do what a car does, where it goes everywhere. It's just gonna, I know, it might rock the aircraft a bit, but not much. It's going to rock it about 3 degrees. Yeah, left to right. How did they do the wing wave? What, the Virgin? How they did the wing wave? Oh, we just did that with the ailerons. One aileron goes up, and then the left aileron goes down, and then vice versa on the left wing, and then another vice versa on the right wing, and then another left. Yeah, because also when they put an aileron up, the spoilers go up as well. That adds a bit more of a dip and a dive. Depends on what wing it is. If the aileron's going up on the left wing, he's going to turn left. Well, if the aileron's going up on the right wing, he's going to turn right. But yeah, I thought it was the other way around. Like, whatever way he's turning, the aileron will go down on that way he's turning, but no, it's the other way. Yeah, same with the elevators. When an aircraft rises its nose, yes, it is rising its nose, but technically it's actually rising the back column of the aircraft. Basically, the elevators at the back go up if he's gonna pitch his nose up. But if he's gonna, release a bit, put a bit of pressure on the back column, the elevators go down. I know, I'm into avionics and hydraulics. I think that's what I would specialise in. So I'm meant to be making green glass. Yeah. Do we have brakes on aircraft? Yes, we do. I don't think we have a brake on the nose wheel. But we have a brake on the back, and then sometimes we have positioners, like on the 747. If we're gonna move around on the taxiway and taxi and turn left and turn right, yeah, we've actually got 2 manoeuvring wheels at the back that go the same way as the nose wheels going. To basically, I don't know, not put as much strain on the, back 2 wheels, like the landing gear wheels. Yeah. So it's a bit like that. It's a bit like having four-wheel drive on your car, so all the wheels move when you... Yeah, but I don't know. What's rear-wheel drive? I don't know. Honestly, car engineering I'm not really into. Because the way I see cars is just like, oh yeah, not really not really impressive. Yeah. I don't know, planes are just a bit more interesting. It's my opinion, and I'm gonna say it. And there's no on YouTube. You can't be opinionated. You can't. You can't be opinionated on YouTube because it might offend people. Oh God, offending people. It's the worst thing ever to mankind. Who cares? Yeah, who actually cares? Oh yeah, if you offend someone because you're racist, yeah, alright, that's wrong. But, you know, this is how people overreact these days. It's ridiculous, isn't it? If you need a bit of a tougher skin, like titanium. And you see all these men crying these days. And I know they say, oh, toxic masculinity and all that, but I didn't see that in the 60s. I wasn't around in the 60s, but my dad's told me stories when, oh yeah, you wouldn't have seen bloody Brian Thompson crying at school, and, you know, if you saw bloody Bob Bernand having a cry, you'd think, what the hell's up with him? You know, I kind of want to take that approach with life, like, oh yeah, if you're a male, you should really man up about these things and deal with them. Like, it's the thing as well, it's like, you can say you're gonna do that, but, you know, that's toxic masculinity when you know you can't deal with something, but because you're a man, you just think, oh, I'm just gonna get on with it. Yeah, that's wrong, but when you generally, I wouldn't say like me, but when you're generally a bit, you know, stiff upper lip and a bit more streetwise and know how to deal with things, you know, seen a bit. Yeah, you do. You're not likely to cry, and that's just. I think that's just character building. It's not toxic masculinity. It's just character building between males, but still, it's a large percentage of males these days are. It's social media. That's what it is. It's social media. Not more. I can blame it on these idiots on Facebook and everything. Yeah. Oh, I tell you what. Have you ever cried? Yeah, everyone's cried. I cried when Thomas Cook went out the window, and when my granddad died, and that was the last time I cried, when my granddad died. And that was back in April. So yeah. But I'm not saying, don't cry, oh, you're really hardcore. No, I just accept it, really. I just think, well, at least he had a good life. I'm happy for that. I know people can still be sad with the fact of death and they're not here anymore and life was better when they were here. That's the thing as well with life and death. My dad said you can pray and pray that they'll come back, but you can't because you're just wasting your time. I know that's a bit of an atheist way to put it, but yeah, we are atheists. No shit. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really an atheist. I don't really choose to be classified as anything, but it's just what I believe in, really. I just don't really think it's very helpful that people think there's a man. Now, do you honestly think there's a man in the clouds with a white beard called Jesus Christ? Now, do you really believe that? And heaven and hell? Like, where exactly is hell? And if you're gonna rot and burn for eternity, well, what's the point in that? Exactly. Once you're dead, once no more blood's pumping and oxygen's going to your brain, that's it. It's over. You're dead. And I know this is very, I don't know, coarse. But it's true. That's what I believe in. That's what you're not special. You're just lucky. So that's where you should appreciate life. Let's put it on a bad note. Sorry, let's put it on a good note. So you're not here to, I don't know, to impress the world and to, I know, what's that good saying I heard? You're not here to live other people's lives, and you're here to live your life. So basically saying, don't worry about anyone else, just worry about yourself. That's a selfish. Yeah, that was written by a selfish person. Possibly called Sam Lockett. Yeah, don't worry about anyone else. Just worry about yourself. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not paying for your public health care. I'm not paying for your public health care. I'm paying for mine. But Dad, I've done everything for you. Yeah, but I've been told not to worry about anyone else but myself. Yeah, that's selfish. But yeah, I don't know. A lot of people think life's a rehearsal, and it's like, you know, it's not the waiting room. And, you know, people give up and start. And we do. People smoke at my age. Kids smoke and drink, and I know I like to have a little bit of a gin or a wine in the bath every night. But I don't know. That's just what I do. But see these kids smoking weed and taking drugs and all that. And it's like you just want to say to them, you know, what are you rehearsing for? Life isn't a rehearsal. You know, there's nothing after this. This is it. It's like the waiting in the waiting room for something. Like, what are you waiting around for? Not a rehearsal. This is the real deal. We live like we don't know we're born. We do. A lot of kids these days, and after doing my prefecting, yeah, it took me an awful lot. And then one little option that I could have said no to, that Nathaniel Jacob set me up to do. You know, I wouldn't have been probably as confident as I am now. But I took the opportunity. I was like, you know what? I do nothing at my breaks. This will fill up a bit of time. So I'm going to do prefect. And also I got a bit of attention from it. Oh yeah, from Aaron. Some people I got bad attention from. Yeah, unwanted attention. Where's that blue candle? Yeah. Yeah, some of the year 10 lads were like, oh, he's on it again. Which was a good thing for me, because it was like, well, they're not going to go through, because they know that I'm a bit, yeah, because I had to speak to this one called, I don't know what his name was, something like Dylan, and he didn't like me. He was like, hello, Aaron's cousin, he's like a little shit, and he was like walking around, and he was like, I'm going to go through, if I don't go through, I'm gonna report you. And I was like, well, shouldn't this be the other way around? But I just didn't let him through. I wasn't. I said, if it comes to push to shove, mate, I'm going to block this until you bugger off. And I said that, and in the end, he did just go. And the next week, he was there, and he was like, oh, I'm not going to do it. No, we'll go round, that Muppet's on it. And Aaron was like, he's not scared of you, you know. And then he was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then one week, I was not meant to be there for the prefecting, but I was just asking if we wanted a bit of help. Some of the other lads who were doing it, who were, you know, the other lads who were sixth formers. And they were joking around with him. And then, yeah, this one who was there said, why is he here? He's not even meant to be here on this day. And then they went off. So they obviously knew that I was going to give him what for. And whenever I was on my prefecting, some of them would literally look at me and turn a blind eye and walk away, like it's almost like body language. Is it like, yeah, this one doesn't take prisoners. And I didn't take prisoners. I hope you respect that, because well, they respected that. I respected that they respected me, so I don't want to make myself sound really important, because I'm not. I was just a sixth former who got given a prefecting job. So, I don't know, tell kids not to go through, and I had a job and I got it done. Because if I gave it up early, it was like, well, I'm going to let all of them through. Because I let the last one through, I'm going to let but no, I was adamant I was... Because that's the thing in sixth form. After year 11, you respect each other. Because it's kind of like the last ones left. Or the rest of them gone to college. But it's like, you respect each other to some... I know it's weird, I wasn't there last year, but I know enough to kind of know what I'm doing and all that. And Nathaniel Jacob sometimes seemed a bit clueless on what to do. And yeah, even though he was a year higher than me, he was the same year as me, but I was lower because I bloody missed out a year. And that was the thing in sixth form. People respect each other, but everyone was their own person, and no one was really friends. But when you saw a sixth form, it was like, you know, thanks mate, and you know, it wasn't like the attitude you get when you're a year 11, where it's like, shut up Charlie, and shut up this, shut up that, and you know, it's not like that. It's more like adults. We would speak to each other on an adult's term, which I can do, but you got to bear in mind in sixth form everyone's their own person, and some people take themselves a bit too seriously because they're a sixth former all of a sudden. I tried to have a joke with him in July last year and put a smile on some of the year 7's faces and joke around about Stampy Longnose with them. But I thought if I do that, I'm going to lose all my respect. So some ways you've got to take yourself seriously, but in some ways, some scenarios, sorry, that's not a word. Yeah, to enjoy yourself, aren't you? And some of them said, alright, and I was like, alright. Well, if you said, you're right, mate, I'd bring them up on it. I'd be like, listen, I'm not your mate. I did once in the, I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but once in the canteen, one of them said, oh, I didn't even collect that. Oh, no, I did. I'm going to get a bit more. One in the canteen, he said, hi, mate. One of the lower years said, oh, I know this is awfully interesting to you. Again, says, it's an interesting story. How from year 7 to year... Yeah, I know, it's pretty weird. Just weird in my mind, just how people change. And how school changes as well, really. But yeah, you know what I mean? It is a different atmosphere. It almost feels like it feels like the same place. Like school, if you know what I mean. But, you know. I didn't know the lower year. But with them calling me mate, I didn't like that. I thought that was a bit coarse, and I was like, listen, I'm not your mate. I got one once. I said, come back here, I'm not your mate. And he was like, oh, sorry mate, but he still said mate. If anything, I respected more of a year 11s in my own bloody year. I respected more of... I'm not saying that I said this to a sixth former, don't call me mate. This was like a year 7 guy. Or year 8, and he said to us, bear in mind he was in year 8, and he said to I believe sixth former, he doesn't know, you're alright mate. I don't know him, I don't know you. So I brought him up on it, I was like, I don't know you, I don't know your name, I don't want to know your name, but don't call me mate ever again. And I'm like, Gordon Ramsay. And I was like, what's this sound like? God, if it isn't Todd Howard, and if it isn't bloody Gordon Ramsay, I mean, like Gordon, I'm getting confused with everyone. I don't even know who anyone is. Don't care anymore. Can this bloody fat snake get away? Did he hit me with his tail? Shoot it. Yeah, oh no. Some of them are cheeky. Yeah, they are cheeky weed gaming. Cheeky gaming. Cheese gaming. But no, why is it getting me? I'm not even flying. I'll really grapple my way up, man. I'm not allowed to fly in the company of this guy. But yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, I had more respect for year 11s. Because this one who I let through once, who was a bit of a tufty in year 11. I don't know him, but I know his name because I just know his. You get to know their names. Especially when they're little shits. But this one was in year 11. He had like curly hair and black hair. So he had curly hair, but his second hair was black. He had black curly hair and he had glasses, and I don't know. He just looked a bit like. I'm not gonna, really talk to you much. But I didn't talk to any of year 11s. That was the thing. I'm thinking that bloody eye's a mushroom. And yeah, I let him through once in the dinner queue, and he was like, tar mate. I had a bit more respect for the year 11s, because I felt that, you know what I mean? I was in year 11 once, and 2 years ago, and I was like, yeah, I know how you feel, I know it's stressful, I mean, some of them are just absolute muppets, some of them don't even want to do their GCSEs. But, I've been there, I know how it feels, so I was like, I'm going to let them through, I'm going to give the year 11s a bit of an easy time, because I know they're getting GCSEs screamed in their face and all that, and I know it's not fair. So I'm gonna give them a good shot on this one. I did. So I shot them in the leg at Mackey's. Oh no, that's not funny. That's something that happened in my area a couple of days ago. I know nothing about it. I know it's only 2 miles away and I don't know anything about it. Yep. Not a thing, because I don't want to know. I don't want to know, because it... some weed or something, or over drugs. Yeah, some guy burnt a car down in my local area in my old house 2 years ago. And it was over, he burnt his BMW down right in front of his bloody eyes over drugs, and he burnt it down. He was like, oh. People were skipping ahead, they're thinking, oh, respecting the year 11s, burning down his BMW in front of his house. I know it's going to be a very confusing video for those that are deaf, or just like to skip ahead in the video. Yeah, some people are just skippers. Yeah, I just like to look at the main bits. And then someone should timestamp when the funny moments are in the video. I always know because my audio bar goes really high in the editing, and that normally means I'm laughing or something. So it's like, yeah. Let's see what I was laughing at about 20 minutes ago. Oh, I was laughing about the year 11. Oh, yeah. But no, I did let them through. Yeah. I know it sounds a bit weird, like, okay, you let a load of year 11 girls through. But no, I let some other lads through as well, no. Yeah, well, in art, I thought they were actually year 10. They were year 11. I was like, yeah, I'm going to give them a benefit of a doubt here and not let them feel... I don't know, because they probably won't be there, will they? They probably will often will be there in bloody September, and I'll be like smashing my head against the wall like, I'm going to be in a bloody class full of 40 people, we haven't got a bloody vaccine, and now I'm going to be like a bloody local politician. Yeah, Sammy Lockett sitting there with my little beard and my long hair. Never bloody cut yet, all angry because I haven't able to fly on my birthday again. And they're like, yes, I'm counting down all the bloody fingers on my fingers. I mean, hands on my finger. Oh, yeah, because you got hands on your fingers. Fingers on your hands. Things are on your hands. Ew. His finger's in your hand. Oh, God. No, I don't think we need to go to that. Well, my granddad would be looking down, tutting at me like, whatever I said, he thought he was... Let's try that again. Whatever I said, he thought I was great. Yeah. It's a really bad way to put it, really. Right, where's my sand gone? I haven't made it into glass yet. God, imagine me being a glass designer. You know that thing called Indeed? Where you check all your skills and what you might be when you're older. It's like looking into a bloody genie's lamp. It's garbage. I mean, yeah, genie's lamp. A genie's lamp. I think I mean a genie's bottle. Well, no, that's wishes. I mean a witch's glass. What is it? What do witches do to look into the future? What is it? A crystal ball, that's what it's called, sorry. You looked it up on Google. What do we do with Harry Potter at the end? Oh, is that Harry Potter? Oh, I don't know what we do in Harry Potter at the end. Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Not Harry Potter, bloody Wizard of Oz, you monk. Harry Potter! God, Harry Potter and the Wizard of Oz. Yeah, you can kind of see the similarity in a way, but... Oh, no, I don't. Bloody Wizard of Oz, which garbage that was. Bloody Scarecrow with a hat. And the Tin Man, and then the dog, and then the lion. I used to be scared of a lion. And then what else was there? I think that was it. That was the Wizard of Oz for you. And they were saying, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. And then they go home, and then she goes home, and then she's in a bloody tsunami going up. I tell you, whoever wrote that must have been having a bad headache that day. Yeah. Yeah. Not very... It's an alright story. Look at it. Oh, look at it from a film point of view. Who do I think I am? I don't know. Robert De Niro. Right, okay, what am I doing? I'm doing that. I think I need a crew, you know. So, you're doing this, Sam? You're doing that. You're not switching on your video, so we're going to switch off your video. Yeah. What are you doing sixth form next year? Probably the similar stuff I was doing. Try and get the business studies qualification. Try and get my English. And in April, I'll bugger off, hopefully. I'm eager to get sixth form done, but I know I'm not over yet because my head teacher said Sam and Anna will definitely be back in September. And she's my head teacher, you know what I mean? Like, that's straight from the horse's mouth. It's just this one called Dan Hayden in my school, and he just wants me to go. He does. He's was it student well-being manager, and he just wants me to go. He's like, "You've been here long enough, Sam." And I haven't. I've still got things to do. I haven't got my English qual. How am I gonna get? I don't know what my job. I don't know what job I want to do. I don't know. I want to do something with aeronautical or aviation. Or maybe that should just be a hobby. I don't know, but I want it. I want something to do with engineering or aircraft design. Not really engineering, more like preliminary designing, or I never use computers these days, but I don't know. I don't really know. I haven't got a structure on what I'd like to do, really. I haven't. Which is probably a bad thing, but I don't know. I don't want to do this because I want this more to be a hobby. As much as it's been for me in the last 6 years. Yeah, I don't know. I've actually been on YouTube for 6 years, and yeah, at the same time, you've still been in the same school. I know, in bloody what year? Yeah, September. I would have been at school for 7 years. Oh, that's a bit embarrassing. Yeah. Yeah, at least I'm one of the older folks around the place. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. And yeah, I'm just hoping to get my English GCSE. Business studies. See, the thing is, if I fail it again, I'll be there for another year. Oh no, I'm not gonna do that. But also, they're setting work at a moment for kids to do with a teacher, like coursework and all that, and they're saying, oh yeah, you can get your English, Sam, it just based off coursework. Yeah, and I'm scared if I actually get my GCSE result through coursework, but I don't think they'll do that. I think I'll have to take the test again, because I haven't done any of the coursework at home, because I haven't been at school, because I have to be at home to do the coursework. And yeah, so I'm gonna die here. Hang on, I'm just yeah, because I had an idea, like, oh, if we don't do any of the coursework at home, like the English teachers set them for me online, or was it Class Charts or Office 365? Yeah, I won't get my English GCSE, so I'll do it next year. But that could be a way for the teacher to say, well, you haven't shown any initiative or any sign of, I don't know, getting your English GCSE, so why should we invite you in next year, Sam? But bear in mind, my granddad died in March, and so I've got multiple backups, if you know what I mean. And also their teachers clarified Sam will definitely be back in next year, so I think my chances of being in school next year, I know it's really important to me. Have you ever heard anything so important? It is. I hope after all this, you now all know, not me, because I've dealt with this. I've had to deal with problems like, oh, getting back in school, and taking a bloody 5-month nap off YouTube, and not being in school for a year and trying to get back in the next year. I've done all this. I was doing this time last year. I was. July the 4th last year, I went back to school and was doing some work experience in art, and that's how I got my placement in art with Richard. It was a fight all the way to get back in. And starting YouTube at the same time. My dad was constantly on the phone to them saying he really needs to be doing something, and it's a quality of life, and these are the real facts of his education, and he needs his English. So we're like, oh, we'll invite him back in then. It's really important for Sam. It's proven that he's really important. So that's one of the reasons why I really decided to get a stiff upper lip back in March. September. But mainly just because I know I've been here before. I know what it's like. For you now who are not in school, and you're like, oh, I can't wait to be back in school. I know how you felt a year ago. I know how you felt. For me, this is, I don't know, very familiar. Yeah. You could talk to someone who's having problems with it at the moment. Yeah, I could do a bit of psychiatry, psychology with someone. But it will get better. As I'm filling out my bloody lungs full of green. Yeah, it will get alright. It will give me alright. Yeah, psychologist who first things on a note of it'll be alright. It'll get better. It'll get better. We'll be in school in September. I think the educational ministers said we will be, so we will be. I'll have a clarification from the head teacher that I'll definitely... Because the thing is, education matters. You can't keep us locked down forever. You can't. And it matters. So one of the things that kids need. I know some people say, no, kids don't need education, but they do. Or they end up just as stupid as the parents. But yeah, on that note, yeah, I think school's very important. I find it very important. Yeah, all over fancying a couple of year 11s. Oh, no. That was just something, And then that's the funny thing, I knew I was getting looked at. As a prefect, he meant, as a sixth form, but even more so with a prefect. Yeah, just shake it off. Not shake off. But no, yeah, I was kind of fancying something at the airport, wasn't I, back then? So I was like, oh no, I can't be doing two things in my life at the moment. But looking back, it's like, yeah, oh dear, isn't that pathetic that I was getting looked at all this time, and I didn't even bother to say, well, hello, do you? They're gonna slap me in the face and say, no, get lost, you're just a funny looking thing. No, I was looking at Aaron, not you. Yeah. I need emeralds, sorry. Should have went in for it, mate. You know, I asked her out. I mean, asked her out. Asked her out. Oh, I didn't bum her out, I asked her out. I didn't ask her out, I held the door for her. Held the door for Dora the Explorer and she spat in me face. Yeah. No, I don't really do all that. Really. Once I have a confidence, but I don't know how to word it. I don't know how to word to say. Do you say, I want your number? Do they approach you? I think normally they approach you. I think it's just awkward when it's like all of that. I don't know. Last time I had to ever deal with that sort of thing, it was in Menorca. Yeah, 2015, and some girl called Jessica. It was, yeah, we'll be in year 11 now. Yes, maybe it was her. Yeah. Oh, she had brown hair. And she was, yeah, she fancied me. And yeah, she kind of just said it on the beat. Bear in mind, I was about 13, right, and she was about 11. And she kind of said, have you ever thought about, being a boyfriend and girlfriend? I was like, oh god, I don't know about that, and especially on holiday. It was ruining the quality of my holiday. And I was getting asked out by a 11-year-old. It was not a year 11, it's 11-year-old, and I was about 13 at the time, and I was like, oh god, whatever. And yeah, a couple of nights she used to meet me, in the Isla Paraiso bit, and hold my hand. And we used to go down to the goody. Yeah, with my parents right behind me. My dad thinking, what the fuck's this kid doing? He's my son. I thought he was gay. I'm joking. That's what he would say. Yeah. Let's have a laugh, you queen. But, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. I hope I look back on this one day and just think, oh, you absolute faggot. What are you thinking? Yeah. I got asked out once in school. Where I say asked, I don't pronounce the K in asked. I said asked, so it's just for being asked. Yeah. Oh god, bloody bum slaughter. Slaughter? You know what I mean? What did you do with gaming? What was I want to know the persona. If you're boner. You said, I got a number and they've never heard a thing. Oh no. No, very often you don't. Because you fucked it up and got the wrong number. So you got your bloody nan's number. Hi baby. Sam? I mean, just talking to the cat. Hi nan. Hi Hainan! A Hainan's going in tomorrow, 787. Now on Wednesday, Emirates is coming in. I was in the range today and I was shouting loud, obviously, because my ear was a bit buggered. It's not a moment where things aren't buggered. And yeah, I was in the range and I was saying to my dad, yeah, I think a Qatar A350 and 777 Emirates is coming in. Some guy was looking at me like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know, you feel like saying, oh, mind your own business, or at least I don't like shitty cars, you mong. I've really got a problem with people who like cars. I just think planes are so much more, I know it's not about powerful, but it's not even power with planes. They say that, don't they, in documentaries? Oh, the 747 rapidly accelerates to the speed of a Formula 1 car. Like, why is it even getting compared to that? If it's got 4 bloody engines that can take it to the close to the speed of sound. You know what I mean? That made no sense. Take it to the close to the speed. And stuff like, I don't know. Things getting like, yeah, the SR-71 getting compared to like Army 4 sitting stuff. Like, why are planes getting compared to as cars? Like, a jet engine is the size of a car, let alone a bloody truck, a van. A G90 is probably as large as a van. But yeah, I just don't understand the terminology with referring to aviation. Or referring to it as like, oh yeah, it rapidly accelerates to the speed of a Formula 1 car. Why is it getting compared to like that? Like, why is it getting compared to a bloody car? Yeah, 4 things. Sorry, 4 one thing on 4 wheels. I could say a bit of fat thing and on 2 wings, but it is. Planes are more powerful than cars, obviously, but sometimes it's about class as well. Like, planes are a lot more classier than cars. Like, you look at these spastics outside of McDonald's and just generally, and they're like drilling holes in their exhausts. Now, you don't see bloody Rolls Royce or General Electric doing that, or Pratt and Whitney doing that to their, like, you know, oh yeah, the RB211, yeah, the 757 engine, let's just drill some holes with the engine cowling just to make it sound louder. Like, you know what I mean? It's spasticated, the car industry, especially when it's like, oh yeah, 0 to 0 in 6 seconds, and all that, and 2 litre engine and 3 litre diesel engine, you know what I mean? It just seems a bit spasticated to me, and a bit like, you know, it's really nothing compared to, I don't know, my favourite aircraft. That's a 767 that can wrap up about 45 to about 60,000 pounds of thrust. You know what I mean? Every second. Yeah, 1 pound. No, 2 pounds is a bag of sugar. So imagine, yeah, 66 pounds. So that's about 33,000 pounds of sugar every second going into the engine. So that's how powerful a CF6 is. And yeah. So yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't understand why cars seem so powerful to other people, whereas planes is like, it's just a plane, just gets people from one destination to the other. Yeah, same as a car. You might crash halfway through and end up like that bloody dickhead on whatever it was called, Fast and Furious. I don't even watch Fast and Furious, so that's why I have that attitude towards it. A nobody, someone driving too fast, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, we say live and let die. Yeah. Yeah. Oh well, I hope the little Hornet enjoyed what he was doing. Yeah, his last second was like probably, I don't know, tell the family I was driving safely. Like David Macon, rushing to pizza making. Yeah. That was tragic though. I don't care. I don't care if it was tragic. Obviously it was tragic. Lockerbie was tragic. Instead that was about 400 lives. Or was that on an SP? I don't know. But yeah. I don't know, I just don't see why cars get the attention they do. But in a way it's good, because as an aviation enthusiast as me, it's always that like one thing just to think about, like, yeah, alright, I don't know what was going on about 4 months ago. I think yeah, one of those Teslas are outside of the school, and it was one of these cars a bit like the DeLorean where the doors went up. whatever car that is. Yeah, the DeLorean, but it was the electric one. And everyone was taking pictures of this bloody, bear in mind, an electric car. A Tesla. An electric car, and people were taking pictures of it. And I just walked past and I looked at it. I was like, I don't get it. To me, it's just a bit of metal on 4 wheels, and it has these doors like the DeLorean out of Back to the Future. To me, it was just like, I've just seen a Virgin 747 take off. You know what I mean? Going over school. And you know what it is? It's like, well, I don't get it. But in my mind, I always know that what I like is special, and planes obviously are more powerful. It's not something to brag about, but it's obvious. But it's got more class as well. You compare a 747 compared to a car. You know what I mean? I know, it's just like obvious. Obvious. I saw a Lamborghini once. I didn't know what all the fuss was about. Yeah, I know Wii Gaming. It's just a car. I saw a McLaren. I knew it was a McLaren because it said McLaren on it. Outside of the uniform shop near my area. The other uniform shop it's called. And I'll tell you what. Bloody hell, it was just a car. And the guy inside looked like a right bloody mong. And he was like revving it and everyone was excited. And then there was loads of smoke everywhere and he revved it. And he did that thing where he had too many revs going and he scuffed the bloody tyres everywhere. And that's just like, never mind, I just came back from holiday. It was just like, yeah, you don't see your bloody A321 doing that, do you? And my dad was like, no, it's a bit silly, isn't it? It's like, yeah, it's childish. And then he went down, and then you heard a load of the back exhausts. And it was just like, how is that cool? How could anyone find that at least satisfying? It's stupid. It's like being attached to a hairdryer. But motorbikes, on the other hand, are gorgeous. No, they're not. They're death machines. That's like being strapped to a coffin on 2 wheels. That's a motorbike for me. Yeah, and the 737 Max is a flying coffin. But cars are just, I don't see the excitement. Sorry, I just don't. But I don't know. Sometimes it's best to save the best till last. Yeah, it is. What you mean? Like you have your cars first, and then you have your motorbikes, and then you have your aircrafts. Yeah, I don't know, planes are somewhat respected. I mean, I've done all sorts in my study lessons. I've Google Maps where you can measure distance. Yeah, you can measure distance, and I've measured the size of a 767, which is about 52 meters. A 767-300 is about 52 meters long, and I've put it in the school playground, and yeah, it's big. It's big, and I get excited off that because I go out to the school playground 10 minutes later and I'm like, well, yeah, I'm sure a 767 wouldn't fit here, but you can get the wings in if it's a 767 without winglets. Yeah, it'd fit, but if it had the winglets, it'd be taking off bloody buildings and houses. Because a 767 winglet is about 8 feet. Yeah, pretty big. Yeah. Why are the A330 winglets tilted? They're not called winglets, they're called sharklets on the Airbus. The A330 sharklets are tilted because I think it's the way the wing is on the A330. The A330 has a quite a 767 is quite steep. I'm probably looking at the Gemini jets. Has a steep wing. 767. It's quite straight as well, so might as well have a straight uprise curvature on the vertical curvature on the winglets. But on the Airbus, the A330, the wing is just, I'm looking at my NG, it's just dipping a little bit. It goes up the Airbus wing and then it just goes slightly down, just to the weight of it, and to get that perfect airflow, it kind of just is a bit. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's tilted, a bit like the 747 winglet. It's tilted because the wing is, because of the weight of it. It's kind of, it's gone down a little bit. On the A330, A380, bloody hell, it is. It's like the wing is on videos. You actually can't see the wing. Some of them you can't see the wing. If you're on the lower deck of the A330, you can't see the end of the wing because the uprise of the I think the Airbus A380 is made out of glass fibre. Yeah, you can just see the up curvature of a wing. But because it goes down that much because of the gravity, literally you can't see the end of a wing because the wing's that big, the up hump of it. But when it takes off, because the wing flexes because it's got air under the wing, yeah, you can see the Airbus A380 winglet, little yeah, vertical V, horizontal V, sorry, little yeah, sharplet on the Airbus. But yeah, I like split scimitars. They're pretty cool on the 737s. Such a great name, that, isn't it? Split scimitars. I prefer 757 without winglets. Me too. I think any aircraft looks better without winglets. I've never flown on a 767 without winglets. I don't think there are any 767 without winglets. Maybe some of the cargo and FedEx ones, but yeah. But yeah, I've flown on a, because all the Thompson TUI aircraft have a winglet, but the Jet 2 757s don't. Thomas Cook 757s don't have winglets either, or didn't. And yeah, I've flown on a good old 757 in 2014. It had no winglets. Was it definitely a 75? Yes, it was a 757. I know some people think that. Do you definitely knew what plane you were flying 757 in 2014? Did you just assume it? No, it was definitely 7. Because if you look in the on the video, on the safety brochure which I showed in the video, it says Thomas Cook Boeing 757-200er, and I've flown on a 757, and I know the 757 face cockpit very well. Not cockpit layout. I really do, because the 757's identical to the 76. But no, I've got a lot of pictures of 757s, and I know the nose shape very well. Very straight and streamlined. It's kind of got like the 76, got a bit of a bulbous nose, but it kind of just points out a little bit more. It doesn't, but it looks like that because it's smaller. And then, I don't know, the nose bit, it just goes straight down to the end of where the airplane tail is. There's no like, it's not a perfectly round fuselage of 7.5. It's a bit of a very thin pencil shape, you know. But yeah, 757's a nice aircraft. I've flown on it. You actually look back at my 2014 videos. I've actually got a, I think it's a hydrogen light, and that's how old 757s are. It's got like an old, you know, when you go into those old toilets in like a church or somewhere, and it's got like an old light, and you turn it on, it makes like a high pitch zzz, and yeah, it's quite old. Yeah, you can tell it's like 80s, 70s. Yeah, old plane 757. But I'll tell you, you go on one. Yeah, I'm not even going to refer to it as like a Formula 1. It is a very fast plane. It is. I don't know what engines the one in 2014 had. I think it might have been the Rolls-Royce ones or the Pratt & Whitney. I don't know. The RB 211, but I don't know. But no, 757 I know the face very well. 76 I know the face very well. One aircraft I don't know the face of very well. I don't know, with the A350, it's still new, isn't it? Still gonna get used to all those antennas. Looks like it's got a bit of facial hair, a bit of stumpy dumpy facial hair, the A350, doesn't it? Yeah, a bit of bum fluff. It's just growing up. Anyway, see you later if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in Oblivion tomorrow. Bye!